Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
So let's start up let's create a new work profile with the name Oz. Okay, so in this we will be having 3 items like vacation, sick and maternity leave. I will change this to another one. Emergency. Okay. So let's say this policy an employee is eligible. To get how much? How many days? 2 days, 16 hours. Per month. Okay, and sick is like he'll be getting total. Days. 96 hours in a year. And emergency leave is like he will be having. Per year. Maybe we can make the policy as the day wise as well, right? Yeah, day wise also we can feel, but most of the time having it day wise either. It will be pay period basis. Monthly or yearly basis. Okay. Even if it's day basis, they will just convert it into monthly basis average on average how much they should be adding in that. Okay. And then vacation. Okay, this vacation, this employee can carry up to 16 hours per month. Means to the next year, he can carry up to 40 hours. That means if he has more, he has not taken all the holidays. He can carry forward up to 40 hours, whatever is there. If he is having more than 40 hours balance in his thing, only 40 will be carried forward. That will be discarded. Clear on that requirements. Yeah, so sick. There is no carry forward. No career and emergency also. It's no carry. Now, let's start building the policy. So we already have accrual course for vacation and 6 we have built into the name. Apchi vacation and Apchi, we have two cores here. We don't have a code for emergency, so let's build the code, or we can. What we can do is we can directly duplicate this. Click it and click on duplicate. And it is changing to emergency. So clear on what I am doing. Yeah, if you both are on the system, you can follow up and create a policy. So usually how it goes, like when I am building a policy, the previous sessions, like they'll be just following up and they'll be starting the policy. Fine, just like note this what I'm doing and build up whatever I have completed. Build it by tomorrow, okay? Only then you'll get an idea. So after this session, there like will not be any communication to discuss the doubt, so try to work on that. Yeah. So I have created emergency vacation also. So 3 accrual codes have been created. When you create it I'm using abc as a prefix because I'm going to use it in my policy. So far, when you are creating, create it under some other prefix and then emergency or vacation or whatever, it is okay. So it will not allow same name. So accrual code standard. Is it possible to have a norm synchronization between accruals and emergency policy as I overcome like the one requirement in my previous organization? Suppose this. There is an employee if he comes late for 6 times in a month. So instead of imposing a loss of pay, he'll be losing one, any of the accruals. Well, like we can flag him, but the manager needs to do it. I think like we can do it. There is a way, but it will be a complex policy. We can do it. There is way, there is something called duration record. Using that we can do it, but it will take how to say? It will take, it's a guy, if you need to connect a few other modules into it, and we cannot exactly say that after this house, this money should go to whatever the house he is losing under this, even if it is. Like that. So we have 3 codes created then. Now we are going to see the dates, whether we have all dates. So we know this is getting credited yearly like monthly. So for this also we can use the date Jan 1st itself because it is also a start of month. It is also a start of year as well as it's a start of month also. So we can use Jan 1st as a reference. Sick also, it is a granting yearly. So for that also Jan 1st is okay and emergency also Jan 1st is okay. But if an employee is hired on the mid of the year, they need to have some hours, right? Yeah, the system should calculate and flow rate of this, right? Yeah, so there are like for that. We have an option. So a vacation is hourly like a monthly basis, right? So this is fine. If an employee is hired in the mid of the year, from next year's start, he will get 16 hours. That's fine. So here we no need proration. Proration needed because if he is hired on the mid of the year, maybe like in another 15-20 days, he is going to get his 16 hours. Start of the month, we are giving him 16 hours, so that's fine. But in sick, we need proration. And emergency vacation, emergency leave. There is no proration. Whatever the time he is hired, he is going to lose it anyway. Even if he is so, emergency is for emergency purpose. He should be able to use it irrespective of what month he is hired in. You are getting me why I am telling for that vacation. Vacation doesn't need proration. Clear on this, Karan? Because it is monthly, we are going to give him monthly each month. What you mean to say? Like any employee is joining mid of the year, so such employee is not eligible for the vacation, right? They will get, because I am giving it monthly basis. 16 hours per month. Okay, so they will get it monthly. How is this going to be calculated automatically? Considering the date of joining on basis, or how on basis of joining. So let's see, this is going to provide him on Jan 1st of every year, but this is not like every month he is going to get 16. Okay, so proration is if he joined on June or July based on quota. He is eligible for 16 hours per month. So example, he is joining on April 15th, May 1st he will get 16 hours, then June 1st he will get 16 hours. It is like that only. We are granting him monthly 2 days per month. So, even if he is hiring on mid of the year, like any month, at the end of the month, he is going to get 16 hours. So, no proration, but this is not like that. This is only once in a year we are giving in 96 hours, and that is only on Jan 1st. So, for that, for the first year, if he is hired on mid of the year, we need to prorate based on hire date only once. Okay, so first let's work on the vacation alone, and we'll build the policy. We will test it out. If it works fine, then we will start with the sick and emergency. Okay, let's start with the prohar, this one. Okay, now let me go. We have created a date. So now I need to create a date pattern for Jan 1st. Let me see if there is any available pattern. Okay, there is a pattern first of each month. Let me open it up. Okay, what this does is it is referencing Jan 1st as the date and it is rotating, prorating it like a like frequency is monthly once it is providing the grant. So let's choose this as our date pattern. Because vacation for us is like a monthly basis, so I choose this as the date pattern. First of each month. It will rotate it for first of each month. So now date pattern is also sorted out. Next item we need to go and see is grant. Grant is like, It is a portion which will provide the AHAS to the employee. So let me open. I need to click on. I will go with the new one, new. I will give a name of ABC. Okay, and this is going to repeat for each month, so you should choose repeatedly, not one time. We are going to repeat it yearly. And we are going to choose the date pattern is first of each month. Each month, we are going to repeat it. And it is asking whether it will expire. We are not expiring anything. It is like after, if you are granting 16 hours, does it need to expire if he is not taking any leave after 2 months, 3 months? This is specifically for comp offs type of leaves. So when we work on a public holiday, we get a comp off and we need to take it within next 2 months or 1 month, but if not, it will expire. So you don't need to change anything else, just you need to click on does not expire. And this one, we are going to use it repeatedly. Each month we need to get a grant, so it is not one time we are going to give repeated. Date pattern should be first of each month. This should always be fixed. It is not the end. We are not granting him some balance based on like how many hours he is working. This is fixed one. We are giving fixed one. So fixed date pattern here repeatedly and does not expire. That's it. Other options, whatever the system has chosen is default. Here currently we are not doing any proration. If you want to prorate, this is the area we are prorating for vacation. If you see our requirement, we are not prorating anything, only when we are doing it for sick. We will click on here based on higher date so that system will automatically prorate. So where do we put 16 hours? That comes in the next part. Here we are just creating the grant. Okay, we got it. After finishing 6 months, there might be some accruals they are providing. After finishing 6 months, the regular accruals will be eligible. So how can we configure that? Is there any? Proration period is here. If you apply proration period here until proration period, he will accrue the accruals, but he will not be able to use it. He will not be able to take it. So based on the years, we can provide different set of accruals that is there. First, let us complete the simple policy. Then we will go to that. So this vacation grant is done. Now, once you have completed grant, here I am going to create a limit because we are going to limit the employee to only 40 hours carry over or do year. So already let me see if there is any limit. Okay, there is a carryover limit. I need to see if there is a carryover limit for Jan. Not sure, so I will create one. Janpan carryover limit is already there. But we will create a new one. it looks like different. So limit. What we are going to do here is there will be 5-6 limits. The limit which we are going to use is carry over limit. So what carry over limit means? How many hours an employee can carry over after a specific date. And here these two items currently we know because earning balance limit is like we are providing 16 hours per month. So assume the accruals to be a bucket. How much it can hold maximum? Even though if he is earning 16 hours, we are carrying forwarding 40 hours every year. So at the max, how much the employee can hold? 200 hours or 250 hours. What is the maximum storage he can have on his leave? That is what earning balance limit is about. Any doubts in this? What earning balance limit is? So it's like say first year Jan 1st, he is getting 16 months. At the end, he'll be having around maybe 160 plus 180 hours. So if he is not taking anything, okay, he hasn't taken any leave then next year, but it will reduce to 40. Then again next year he will get another 180. Okay, next year also he is not taking any leave. This will go again. He will carry forward 40. So this, if you see here, this adds up to maybe around this is so these many hours are there. So if we have an earning balance limit which states only 200 hours, means even though if he is carrying forwarding 40, it will like once the total balance reaches 200, he will not accrue anything. That is what earning balance limit is about. It's like a bucket once it is filled. Whatever the policy says, whatever the grant says, I am going to give him 8 hours, I am going to give him 50 hours. Nothing will work once the top of that bucket is reached. Whatever you put, it will work. That's it. That is about the earning balance limit. Earning amount limit is slightly different from that. Amount limit is like if you choose a particular date range, in that date range, how much he can add. It's not like a total balance or like total capacity like earning. Balance limit is like a total. This is like total capacity of the particular accrual bucket. But earning amount limit is, it is slightly different. What it does is, it's like total. That can be earned in a particular time period. Say example from 1st of January to 6th of January. I am defining a policy that whatever the rule says, he should be having a maximum earning amount limit of 70 hours means in that particular time frame he should be like, even though whatever the grant says, he will be able to earn only 70 hours. It's not the total capacity, even though he has total capacity of 200 or something. If I am defining that within this 3 months, you said right, you said a requirement, right? Kiran first 6 months. He should be adding only little less. Right? If there is a new hire, from 6 months he is in probation, we will give him a different accruals. That's what you said, right? Yeah. So in that cases, we can use earning amount limit and say like first from the higher date to this date. Okay, from the higher date to 6 months someday like date of rest. He should be maximum capable of earning this many hours. That's it. So whatever the policy gives him or whatever the total value is, that will not matter how much he can earn within that time. Only that amount he can earn. And one more thing is earning amount limit cannot breaker than earning balance limit. Like I said here, 70 hours he should be earning. The first 6 months of probation system will allow not anything beyond that. Only up to 70 it will allow. But say we are creating earning amount limit, setting first 6 months he can earn up to 220 means it will not allow because we have defined that the maximum capacity itself 200. So this cannot bypass earning balance limit. Earning balance limit gets the first priority because it's the total capacity. Confused? No, it's just a vacation, right? Let's say 16 hours per month. But if somebody starts and then before probation, let's say they get fired or don't work there anymore, so they don't get to cash out even though it's fixed, right? Because it's not by probation, it's by fixed rule. Cashing out is not based on the actual policy. Cashing out is based on purely on the company's policy. Some companies will ask the employees to take a few leaves when they are on the period. Some like moving the accruals to payroll is a different process HR does, are based on during termination, the integration fetches and pays them out, whatever the balance they have. So that is not directly done from here. We are having a privilege inside this to do a payout based on a certain date range. But during termination, it's done through the integration so that ensures whatever is having is wiped out as well as it is paid out to the employee in his last paycheck. We have for our policy, we are creating a carryover limit and it's a Jan 1st carryover. It's yearly. It will report for every year. So date pattern here again is we are referring to 1st Jan 1st yearly. Because we need to repeat it yearly. There is another pattern. January 1st year. We will go with that. Oh, that's it. And this is nothing to do. We will go with maximum itself. This is used like sometimes some companies will allow the employees to go negative on their vacation balances because they will be earning next month also here. If you say we are giving him 16 hours per month. So if an employee is hired and in another 6 months he needs a vacation for 2 whole weeks, he will not have that sufficient balance. But we can say he can take negative and then when the next month he is getting another 16, it will adjust to the value. Oh, so in that case, if we have to apply a carryover limit, it is asking whether we need to carry forward how like the maximum amount he has. Or we can carry forward and forgive the negative balance, that means it will on the year. Even if he is having minus 5 hours, minus 6 hours, it will make him to zero. That we will not be doing it. Mostly we will just go with the normal. Whatever he has, that will be transferred to next year if it is less than 0. If it is more than 0 up to 40, we can transfer. That's it. So let me save this. So we are creating it. We have saved it. Carryover limit and grants is done. Now we need to create accrual policy for it. We will start with this simple one. Once we configure this, we can have this whole week for accruals alone. So we will complete the vacation today. We will test it out. Tomorrow we will configure the emergency and sick. Then we will work on the other requirements like whatever Kiran suggested, how we are doing it, how it is possible. I will give you the overview. Okay, so now in the accrual policy, there are already some policies which I have created. So we will create in a new name. Say we will create an accrual policy. Newly, I will give that first. I will give the name as AS. FT, this is for vacation. And first I need to choose what is my accrual code. My accrual code is AES and my code is ABC vacation. I have chosen here, write the same thing ABC vacation. Now I need to choose. It will ask whether I have a probation period or not. No, currently we are not going with anything. And now I will just directly length of service references like after crossing certain years, he might be able to accrue more hours. Like now it is 16 months. Maybe after 10 years, we will give him 24 hours per month. So we do we have anything right now? We will go into that, the later configuration. Everything is nothing. Now I need to choose our grant and this. So our grant name is, what is our grant name? ABC Vacation. And here, I need to hear. Only I am going to put the amount 60. That's it. No, nothing else to change. Does it expires? No, we are not going to expire it for anything. Do we have any grant roll? No, we are not going to round it round. Roll means like some companies will be having. Like say per week you will be earning 4.670. Like they will divide, as you said, they will divide the based on days and then they will provide to them. In that case, it will come like 3.32. It will go on up to 5 to 6 decimal. In that case, how to round it? Do we need to round it based on 1 digit, 2 digit or like just the whole number? For that purpose only, we have this round roll. I will give a highlight on that. But round roll, right now we are not using it. We are like, if you want to, how like we do in our policies, right? We won't go for round roll. What we will do is, we know the value, we will round it off. If needed, we will round it off to here itself. It is going for 5 digits, so it is 16.171345 means we will round it to 1671 or 1672, how we need it while creating the policy itself. We will round it off, that's it. We don't need a separate rule to be created for that because this accepts up to 2 digits. So we can do it. So currently I am going with the 16. Now we need to create a CR limits. Our limit name is Gen First Carryover Yearly. Here it is. Here I need to give how many hours he can carry forward. What he can. Okay, now here I need to choose. The pay codes which we created in accrual policy. Rather, we have created ABC vacation here. This is our accrual. So to take this particular accrual employee needs to put some pay code in his time card. You see here. There is 3 or 4 ways of taking vacation. One, some employee will be submitting the time of request. Second, the manager will be going in and putting the pay code. Third, or some employees will have a privilege to choose the pay code. So take a particular vacation here. If you see, there will be a number of leave codes. These are not accrual codes. These are the pay codes which we create in pay policies and then we will map it to accrual. If you see here, you can see like there will be vacations. There will be vacation pay codes available here. There are a number of vacation. What we need to do is we need to first create a vacation pay code and then we will map it to this because we can take only by applying this pay code in his time card or by requesting time off using the pay codes in the pay policies. So taking here, we will have the list of all the pay codes which are available in pay policy. We need to choose the pay code which we will be using. Okay, so let's find a suitable pay code which we can map to. Usually it will be there because one we did is also we created couple of pay codes. So let me see what pay code I can use for this. Here we have an unemployee and we are running. Like suppose we have around 10,000 employees or 20,000 employees working in the worldwide. Like different companies, different countries having their own kind of. So how can we? It's an lengthy process, right? It's not employee based, it is based on the policy. So if you have 5 sub-operating companies, 5 companies will have 5 different policies. We will create 5 different profiles for them. Okay, suppose if you go with the country, wise kind of it depends. It depends entirely on the organization. If 2 companies are having similar roles, but that's not possible, mostly they will have something different. At least they will have some emergency vacation which will be different from the existing company. We can standardize it. It depends with the parent company and the sub company if they agree. If they have different policies, we need to create different policies. I have worked in projects where there will be around 50-60 role profiles. Based on full-time, we'll have a different policy. The part-time will have a different policy. Interns, they don't have any leaves. And then there will be people who are working as white-collar job in the same organization. They will have a different salary. Salaried people policy will be different. Hardly full-time will be different. Hardly part-time will be different even if they belong to same location at same. Like the organization and California entirely. Whatever the business they do, their policy will be different from all the other states. So it's based on that only. Even if it is 60 policy, we are going to create it one time. During the implementation, we will get the requirement, we will create it and close it out. Once that is done, mapping, everything will happen through integration and when the employees switch from one area to other. HR will be that particular location. HR will be having the list what payroll should be assigned. They will make the changes in the Employee Central or HRC. Wherever they give the field to eTank, they will make the changes here and it will automatically close here. So let me pick up pay code. Usually it will be when we are using the vacation acronym. The pay code name also will be vacation. It's a simple normal pay code. Just for taking, we need a pay code from this one. So we will go with the standard one. Vacation. I just need to check whether it is suitable because it is standard. And the multiplier is 1. So that's what we need. Just a standard pay code and the unit is R and it is giving a multiplier of 1. So this pay code is eligible for our vacation. So here I will choose. Okay, if the employee chooses this pay code, then it will detect the ask from vacation and pay him out. Now I need here to define what is the minimum taking and what is the increment. Minimum taking is like whether he is eligible to take for a half day of vacation, or rather, he is eligible to take 2 hours of vacation. That depends on us right now. We will keep it as 4 as the minimum increment. We are not going to give him ask him to take a vacation based on hours. Either it is half day or full day, that's it. And taking increment. Also, I will give it as 4. That means if I give this and this, the employee will be able to take leaves. Example, minimum he will be able to take leaves. Taking increment 4 means he can take a full day leave 4 plus 4 which is equal to 8, or he can take 1.5 day leave like 4 plus 4. This is how it works. Minimum taking plus taking increment, how many leaves we need. Based on that, we can increment by 4. So we can take 4 hours of vacation, we can take 8, we can take 12, we can take a 16, we can take 20, like that it will go. So for 2 days means he can apply for an increment of 16, the system will accept it. So clear on these two items. So minimum taking is out of 16, he can take 4. No minimum taking is like how much minimum hours he can apply. He cannot apply for 1 hour of vacation. He can apply for half day, half full day. Oh yeah, sorry. Restore taking, you will not be using it. It's like when an employee takes, we will nullify it again. If the amount is something less, so we are not using it. And then here also we have a maximum taking limit which we will not be utilizing because we will handle it through normal limits. Like here we have the limits. Whatever we created the limits, there is a limit type called taking limit. We can use it here and state it like for a particular year. He can take only these many hours. So we can give a warning on when he reaches some mark and from after that we can disallow. Here we are not using it. But here this one we can use it. Past or present overdraft warning we can give if we want the employee not to go negative. We can choose 0 here. So he will not be able to go below 0. Both present lease and future lease, because usually we will apply for future. Also, I can apply leave for today or yesterday which I am already absent, or for 1 month in pre-year like 1 month and later for December I can apply. So in that case also we can use this condition so that if the balance is going beyond 0, we can disallow it. Warning is nothing. It will allow it. It will just pop up a warning stating that your balance is going low. That's it. So clear on this, it will not allow the employee to go below 0 balance. If we remove this and give -10 means up to -10 the employee can take. So clear on this, we have given name and we have choose what vacation is. We have chosen our grant, given 16 hours to it, and then we have chosen our limit. We have given 40 to it. Then we have given what is our pay code, which we are going to use for vacation. Pay code is coming from the pay policies. We are going to use vacation as a pay code, which is quite understanding for the employees to apply. So policy is done. Now I am going to save and return. That's it. Now I have created Australia FT vacation. The accrual is based on the APC, the vacation code. Now I am going to map it to accrual profile so that we can assign to an employee at the top level. Here we are going to do nothing. We will just create the profile with the name. Australia FT, that's it. And we need to choose the policy here. Australia FT vacation, whether it should be visible in the like time card or not visible. Let it be visible, that's it. I will save it here. And now, I will go to an employee and assign it. Our profile name is Australian FD. I will assign it to this employee itself, Jane Smith. I will assign it directly on. Is having Australian FT or ABCT only? I am going to change it to Australia D from start of this year. I need to see whether it is accepting it or not. Because if an employee's time card is already, he signed out. So if you see here, employee time card. When we tested it out, we already removed, like we approved it and we signed off it. So only if you remove the sign off, it will allow to make the changes to that. If you see, these are the dates which are already. So while we are testing with this employee, we added punches, we tried to sign it off, and we played with it. So now we need to remove the approvals. Only then the system will allow me to go to this back data and put this approval policy. So first I need to click here and remove the sign off. Usually when we are assigning it through integration takes care of it. It will automatically remove the sign off until the date which is mentioned, and then it will apply the profile. Now I need to do it manually. It will take some time. I need to remove like week basis, only it will go. Or maybe I will do one thing. I will assign it from. Anyway, I need to assign the policy for others yearly. So let me remove it till first. It goes by week. And it is still removed 16 times. Or I will remove once more. Oh, I can refresh this. Now I can apply changes directly here. I will just also remove team. So from one tree to 1 hour policy is going to get applied. Now we will do a quick testing. Only we have vacation here, right? So we will run the accrual detail report for it. We can go to report from here or from the time card. Whichever place we want, we can go from there. I will go to reports now. We have assigned the policy to the employee. You can see here in the people editor. Under the accruals in the person, under the accruals we have assigned from 1 month. So now I will run the report. Under this accruals detail. Okay, and the range of dates I am going to use is, I am going to use it from 1/1/2022 till 1/1/2023 because I need to see whether next year he is carry forwarding 40 hours only or not. Or even we can give maybe like 4th month or something like that. 1 to 1 to 2. Okay, I have chosen the employee range of dates PDF. The PDF is only one thing we can see right now, so I am running it PDF. Now if I see my report. Okay, so 1/21, I am getting correct exactly 16 hours. So each month, if you see here vacation, I am getting 16 hours for each year. Okay, like each month. And if you see the employee has applied somewhere in 10 to 13, he has applied some vacation. So it is removing 8 hours. That's fine. And now if you see on to 1/23, like on 12th month, he is having 84 vacation. But again, when he goes to new year, we have so it is adjusting the carryover limit and providing him only with 40 hours when he is going to the first year. So carryover limit is working. Our policy is each one is getting 16 hours clear. Yeah, so policy is working fine. Whatever we have created for vacation, as for the requirement, it is working. And also at a particular point of time, how many balances he has. We can see directly the time card also, but report will give you the overall picture how it is getting granted, why he is at the current balance like this. So if you see, this will give you on the start of this current paper, which is 11/12, how much balance he has. 68. Then at the like this is ending balance is like at the end of this year, how many balance he will be having. This is on now, he is having 168. If you check the report also will say at the month of November he is at 168 and this year and how much he will be having. If he has not taken any leave, it is not going to play anything right now. How much he will be having 180. Yeah, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we will work on the other vacations probably. I will send you this requirement through email. Okay, you can just try to start with what we have created today. Okay, so that tomorrow, once we start, we can work together and we can create second vacation. So only when you will get some grip like what we are doing, you will get some ideas. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.